Hello all you freaks out there on the internet. It is I, FritzRolle732, and welcome to FritzRolle732's MLP Grimdark Fanfic Reviews. That is right, you guys, I am back for the month of Macabre to get back into the MLP Grimdark Fanfic Review series on my channel. I'm super excited. As you can tell, I got myself a new mask for this year, and like I said before, a second ago, I'm super excited. Let's get on to it, shall we? Okay, so what's next up on the list? Because it's been a while since I've done the last episode. So let's see here. Cupcakes, that was a good one. Friendship test, that one was also a good one. Butterflies, and I could have done better. Sweet Up My Massacre, regretfully did that one. Aha! If I can't have my dream, you can't either. Otherwise known famously by my friend the Lost Narrator herself, Scootabuse. I gotta say, before I get down into story details, here are my basic thoughts. I gotta say, I'm not that much of a fan of this fic, you guys. To be honest, it's probably just as bad as Sweet Apple Massacre. Not worse, just as bad. However, I will say there are some merits and perks to this fic. Like, the writing is better than Sweet Apple Massacre, the storytelling is better. I mean, it's just the only thing that I dislike the most is just the element that's pretty much used. And also the fact that stuff like this happens in real life, you guys. Physical abuse, bullying, heck, close to murder, like by just beating somebody up senselessly. I mean, it's just so insane, you guys. It's just not for me. It's just not my cup of tea, you guys. Like, if I had to compare it to something else, I would say this is like the Room of all Grimdark fanfics in the MLP fandom. Like, it's so bad, it's good. But, whatever. Everybody's got their own opinions. But as for me, I'm just a realist and just a reviewer, just doing my thing. Whatever. So those are my basic thoughts. Let me get down to story details. So the story starts off with Rainbow Dash in a Vinyl Scratch concert, and she is all of a sudden so upset because we hear the news that she got denied the position to fly with the Wonderbolts. And, you know, she's just feeling all these negative feelings around her. Like, all these negative feelings are just surrounding her. Anger, depression, sadness, upset. Like, all these negative feelings. And it's forming a thundercloud above her head. And if anything gets in her way, that thundercloud is gonna blow. Like, it's gonna cause so much havoc and stuff. Like, you certainly do not want to step towards Rainbow Dash because she's just not in the mood. Which, hell, I can understand. But at least not like that in a certain way. So, all of a sudden, as she was developing these negative feelings, she starts having these theories as to why she got denied. Like, why would I get denied? I've been working my butt off for this. Like, are they jealous? Like, do they think I'm like a threat that I might take over the Wonderbolts? Like, is that how? And that's actually the thing, you guys. Like, she starts having the theory that she was too good. It's the fact that she was too good and the Wonderbolts think of her as a threat. And when I heard that, I'm like, oh, come on, this is ridiculous. Rainbow, you're better than that. Like, seriously, what are you even thinking right now? And that's actually the reason why, you know, that made me, you know, dislike the fanfic more, is because of the fact that, you know, it was kind of like Rainbow Factory where, you know, her character is just completely off and stuff, and it was messed up. But going forward, so all of a sudden, she's now with Scootaloo on their way back to their houses in Ponyville, and all of a sudden they start having like a discussion. Like, Scootaloo starts off like, hey, did you make it? And then Rainbow Dash is just not in the mood and stuff, and, you know, she is just like, so I guess that's a no? And Rainbow all of a sudden is just, her anger gets the best of her, and she was like, look, kid, I get that you are my biggest fan. That doesn't mean you have to follow me everywhere I go like a freaking mosquito, or just something like that. I don't know the exact quotes. But as this was going down, they start going back and forth and stuff, and the cloud above Rainbow Dash's head starts growing and growing like a freaking hurricane was about to strike the East Coast, you guys. And sure enough, it did. When Scootaloo called out Rainbow Dash, and oh my gosh, that's when Rainbow Dash just snapped onto Scootaloo, and she starts beating her up senselessly, like bucking her like in the stomach, in the face, and all that. It's just, oh my god, it's just so sickening and so insane. And then just when we thought things couldn't get any worse, all of a sudden she takes Scootaloo's scooter and bashes her over the head with it. Bang! It was just so insane. And just when you thought, with all of that burning pain and all that anger, out a Rainbow Dash. We thought that was the final blow. But sure enough, it actually wasn't. And in fact, that's when the title comes into play. If I can't have my dream, you can't either. She was about to break Scootaloo's wings, you guys. She was about to break them. But just in the nick of time, bang, we hear a cracking noise. And it wasn't broken bones. It was actually chipped tooth. Applejack starts coming in by surprise, bucking Rainbow Dash up in the face with so much force that her whole body starts flying into a tree, causing her tooth to fall out. And as you're going into this, you're like, oh my gosh, Applejack saved Scootaloo. Scootaloo's gonna be okay, yay! Yeah, well, all of a sudden, Scootaloo took so much pain physically that all of a sudden the pain mentally was starting to grow as well. When Applejack came over to the aid of Scootaloo, she was just like, oh my gosh, we gotta take you to the hospital. And then Scootaloo's like, it's okay. I prefer dying instead. Oh no, don't you dare talk that way, Sugar Cube. Scootaloo? Scootaloo! And then it just fades into black. Then the ending scene all of a sudden transfers into a flashback. And we get a flashback to when Scootaloo first got her scooter, and it was on her birthday. And then so ends If I Can't Have My Dream, You Can't Either. Otherwise known, like I said before, famously by the lost narrator, Scootabuse. So, like I said before, just not a fan of this one. I feel like there's elements that were just a bit too much. I mean, this fanfic was just so surreal, you guys. It was just so surreal. It was just, oh my god. It was too much for me. I just couldn't take it. However, if I had to give a rating on this, I wouldn't give it like a flat 0 like I did with Sweet Apple Massacre. I would give it some points. I give it like a 1.25, maybe, a 1.5 out of 5, I would say. I mean, because as much as it's bad to me, I will say I do give some credit to the writer. At least he made an actual story, sort of say, unlike Sweet Apple Massacre, where it's just complete piles of shit on the ground. Anyways, that's my review on If I Can't Have My Dream, You Can't Either. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you guys have read the story, comment down below your thoughts about it. So, today I told you guys the worst type of abuse, Scootabuse, but tomorrow, that will be the day where we get to speak to Smarty Pants. That's a wrap, you guys. See ya.
Pointless to analyze what we cannot energize. Hatred is steering me wrong because the hope is all